Level 1. Chinpira, Street Punk. You're 19. You have nothing. No job, no plan, no future anyone bothered to hand you. You live in Kabukicho, Tokyo's neon-sick gut. You know the streets better than your own name. One night, a man in a charcoal suit finds you outside a pachinko hall. He doesn't ask who you are. He asks if you want to make 30,000 yen tonight. You say yes before he finishes the sentence. The job is simple. Stand outside a door. Don't let anyone in unless they knock twice. You stand there for 4 hours in the rain. Nobody comes. You get paid anyway. That's the moment you realize these men pay for loyalty before they pay for skill. Level 2. Kumi-in, Associate. They start trusting you with small things, delivering envelopes, watching a man eat dinner and reporting where he goes after. You don't ask what's in the envelopes. You already know not to. Your handler is a man named Tanaka. He smells like cigarettes and cedar. He never raises his voice. That scares you more than anything. One week, he asks you to collect a debt from a restaurant owner in Shinjuku. 400,000 yen, overdue by 3 months. You walk in during service. You sit at the bar. You order tea. You lean across the counter and tell the owner very quietly that today would be a good day to settle his account. He goes pale. He pays in 20 minutes. You don't touch him. You don't have to. You learn that presence is its own kind of violence. Level 3. Shate, Little Brother. 6 months in, Tanaka tells you to dress sharp. You're taken to a room with tatami floors and paper screens. The air smells like sake and incense. An older man sits across a lacquered table. His hands are covered in ink. Dragons, waves, cherry blossoms eaten by fire. You share a cup of sake. You make an oath you'll spend the rest of your life either keeping or breaking. You are now Shate, Little Brother. It sounds small. It isn't. Now you have a family, a structure, a name that means something in certain rooms. But with a name comes a bill. You now owe the organization. Every night out, every problem they solve for you, every meal in their restaurants. It goes into a ledger you can't see but can never stop paying. You belong to something bigger than yourself for the first time. You don't realize yet what that costs. Level 4. Wakashu, Young Soldier. The jobs get harder. So do you. You're running a gambling den in Osaka now, basement of a dry cleaning shop. 40 men a night, thick with smoke and desperation. You manage the room. You watch the hands at every table. You spot the cheaters before they even know they're caught. One night a man pulls a knife on one of your dealers. You don't call anyone. You handle it yourself. You handle it fast. The man leaves the building. The knife stays. Tanaka hears about it by morning. He says nothing, but for the first time, he pours your drink before his own. That week you start earning a percentage, 200,000 yen a month, cash, in a white envelope left in your locker every Friday. You buy a watch. You buy your mother new furniture. You don't tell her where the money comes from. She doesn't ask. She's just grateful something changed. Level 5. Kyodai, Elder Brother. 3 years in, you have men beneath you now. Young kids who look at you the way you once looked at Tanaka. It feels good. Briefly. Your territory is 2 blocks in Dotonbori and a protection route through 5 restaurants. You take 20% from each, every week, without fail. Money is not a problem anymore. Control is a different currency, and you're always running short. You start to see the cracks. One of your men is skimming. A rival clan is edging into your restaurant route. A detective in a grey suit has been photographing your car. You solve the first problem with a conversation. You solve the second with a phone call to someone above you. The third problem, you just sleep less. You stop going home at night without checking your mirrors twice. You stop answering calls from numbers you don't recognize. Success in this world doesn't make you safer. It makes you a target. Level 6. Shate Gashira, Lieutenant. You are summoned to a meeting in Kobe, a private room above a kaiseki restaurant. The boss tells you that Tanaka is gone. Step down. Health issues, officially. You are given his position, his desk, his problems. You now oversee 40 men across 3 cities. You manage real estate deals, loan operations, and 2 legitimate businesses that exist to clean the money coming through the rest. Your suits are made to measure. You eat in private rooms. People bow before they speak to you. But you stop sleeping through the night, because now you know what happens to people at your level when things go wrong. Tanaka didn't step down from health issues. You know this because you were in the room when the decision was made, and nobody in that room looked comfortable making it. That meeting plays on loop in your head at 3 a.m.
Level 7, Wakagashira, Underboss. You are one step from the top, one step from untouchable. You sit in boardrooms now, with lawyers, politicians, construction company executives, men who would never admit they know you, men whose careers depend on you not talking. The organization moves 2 billion yen a year through legitimate channels. You oversee the architecture. You are more executive than criminal, on paper. But you haven't felt anything in months. Not fear, not pride, not relief. Nothing. You have a driver, a security detail, an apartment in a building nobody knows you own. You haven't spoken to your mother in a year. You can't. Every relationship is either leverage or liability now. There's no one left you actually trust. The boss is aging, sick. The organization is fracturing underneath, and 2 men above you are already maneuvering for what comes next. At this level, loyalty is a story people tell. Politics is the truth underneath it. Level 8, Kumicho, the boss. The old man dies in April. No ceremony, no announcement, a quiet room in a private hospital. 4 days later, you are chosen, unanimous, officially. You know what that word costs. You are the Kumicho now. You are the organization. Your name is spoken in whispers in 3 countries. Law enforcement agencies in 2 of them have open files with your face on the cover page. You sign nothing. You say nothing on any line they can record. Every order travels through 3 people before it reaches its destination. You are protected. You are untouchable. You are also completely, totally alone. The detective in the gray suit from 8 years ago. He's a superintendent now. He's never stopped. In October, 3 of your Kyodai are arrested in a single night. Coordinated. 2 coordinated. Someone talked. You sit in the back of your car outside your Kyoto safe house. You think about the 19-year-old standing in the rain outside a door, waiting for a knock that never came. You think about how simple that night was. You think about Tanaka. You think about the room where his fate was decided. And you realize, somewhere, right now, there is a room where men are deciding yours. You've been on both sides of that table. You always knew which side was colder. You don't run. Men at this level don't run. You pour yourself a drink. You wait. The knock comes at 2 a.m. It's not the police.